Contemplation before chanting. The Sangha is invited to come back to our breathing so that the collective energy of mindfulness will bring us together as an organism, going as a river with no separation. Let the whole Sangha breathe as one body, chant as one body, listen as one body, transcending the boundaries of a delusive self, liberating us from the superiority complex, the inferiority complex, and the equality complex.
So, dear Sangha, dear friends, please come back to your body, your sitting position, to follow your breathing. Listen to 3 sounds of the bell. Breathing in, I recognize that I am alive. Breathing out, I smile to life. Recognize being alive, smiling to life. So, dear respected teacher, dear noble community, dear friends. So today is Wednesday, June 19th, the year 2019. We are at Blue Cliff Monastery on the first day of wake-up retreats for young adults, with the theme of retreat is peace is every step. So welcome everyone. How are you today? Good? Yeah, everybody smile. Thank you for coming. Is there any of you are first time coming for this retreat? Raise your hand, please. Thank you. So maybe half of us. Thank you for coming. Very courageous to choose to come with the place that first time coming. Because first time always new things to learn and new things to discover. So hopefully this retreat you can discover a lot of good and interesting things to learn, to apply for your life. And also we really admire for wake-upers have been here before and you choose to come back again to practice with us. Thank you so much. When I come back to my body, I put my right hand on my abdomen, my belly. Anybody, you can do the same. Please doing that. And aware of my in-breath, I feel the rising of the belly, and out-breath, the falling of the belly. And I feel good. I feel alive. Because the rising and the falling of the belly, that is the reality of action of the body moving. Harmonize with my in-breath and out-breath. Breathing in, rising up to my belly. Breathing out, falling up my belly. I'm feeling alive. I'm feeling at peace. I'm feeling good to be in the present moment. So, practice of coming back to our body to realize that we are alive. That's very important to our body, our human life. Follow in breath and out breath in the energy of awareness, we realize that we are alive, and we are aware that we are breathing in and breathing out. And we come back to our body to realize that we are at that moment with our body. That way is we are practice mindfulness. We are practice breathing in mindfulness. Mindful breathing. Come to the retreats for young adults is an opportunity for us to coming back, to rest, to taking care of ourselves together as a Sangha. But at the same time, we aware our own body and our own life to take care, to make our life become calm, have a space and time to relax and to reflect and to look deeply what we want in our life. Do you feel satisfied right now as where you are standing? Do you feel okay who you are? Realizing what makes you feel happy in this moment, the aspiration, the intention, the vow to live, the inspiration to be in this moment. So retreats, peace, every step. For young adults, we have opportunity every day. Maybe we can produce energy to enjoy every step together, to enjoy walking, to enjoy sitting, to enjoy eating together, to enjoy working together, to enjoy resting together, singing together, in order to produce energy of peace in our life, in ourselves, and to the community, to offer to the world. Because peace is energy, the spiritual energy that we can produce in our life, in our steps, in our breath. So practice of mindfulness is really bring us awakening, the energy of awake in the moments that I want to live, I want to nourish, I want to heal myself, I want to transform myself. So for the aspects, we have two aspects of meditation. So for Plum list tradition, we practice, first of all, is stopping. We come back to ourselves to realize that we are so busy. We're thinking all the time. We're running all the time. Our minds look like a monkey's mind. Do you agree? Yeah? In the school, wow, I want to do this project, I want to do this and that. But sometimes we want to do a lot of things and we confuse. What we do the first? We don't know how to do, how to start it. We don't know how to stop. So coming together to practice together for 5 days in this retreat. First thing we need to do is stopping. The first aspect of meditation, stopping. Whatever you listen to the bell jumping in the dining hall, the bell that we listen here in the meditation hall, the invitation for us to stop, to enjoy mindful breathing 3 times. Breathing in, I know that I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I am breathing out. And then you stop. You realize that it's so good to stop this moment. You realize something. And then when you stop, you see, you know what you are thinking. What is going on? Maybe in that time you have strong emotions. In that time you feel so tired. And then you understand, wow, it's so good. Thank you for the bell. Reminding me to stop, to breathe. And then you feel so grateful to have a time to breathe in that way. And then you continue to work, to do the things that you need to do, more alive, because you come back to the real present moments. You are really alive. So you're not carried away by the thoughts and by the worries and running. So every time we listen to the bell, so where about the bell is the voice of the awakening that calling us back to the present moment, to breathe, to stop. And when we have a time to stop, you have a space to look inside yourself. What is happening in your mind? The second aspect of meditation is look deeply. And stop and look deeply is like the two wings of the birds help you to fly up the sky. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky of peace. For me, it's a sky, blue sky is like the image of peace, image of spaciousness that all of us want to have in our mind. And sometimes we have too much stress and too much anxieties and sorrow, and our mind look like very small and very like little room, little space. We cannot embrace much our life. I have a story to tell. There was a man. I know that you know this story about looking for a key, looking for the car key. So there was a man. He has a car key in his hand, and he's so worried. He's so rushed to go out the garage to go to work. And suddenly he go to living room, and then the power off, the lights off, and then he stumbling around, and then he lost his key. So he go around to find his key, and then the house is huge, so he cannot find it. He so suffer. He stumble around. He tried to find his key, and he cannot find his key. He's so exhausted. He feels so suffered. He feels so worried. He feels so despaired. So he looked through to his house window, and he see the light outside the street. He said that, wow, the lights out there have a lights out there. In here is so dark. I think that maybe I spent already 1 hour in here. I cannot find the key. Why I stand here? Maybe I go out there to find the key. So he go out to the room, go out to the street. Out there have a light, so he go out to find the key because so tired in the house so dark. He know that he cannot find the key, so he go out. So he go out there, continue to find his key, her car key. And he go to find, and then he continue to find, he cannot find his key, and then his friend come, and he asks, hey friend, what are you doing here? I'm looking for my car key. And then, oh, let me help you. So the friend come to help him, 2 person looking for a key. And then later on said, oh, wait, but what you lost key? What you think you lost key? And then the man said that I lost in my house. I lost in my house. And his friend said that, oh, it doesn't make sense. You lost in your house and you go out here to find your key? That doesn't make sense. But you know what is our life? Is when you look back, these stories, most of us doing the same. The things that we happen in our mind, the things that you need to get, you need to find yourself in your heart. You always want to go out there to search for something. You cannot find it. The story about the man looking for a key, look very funny, right? Doesn't make sense. You lost the key in the house, you go out there to find the key. Because out there is more comfortable. There is a light. There is a space out there. People out there. And it's so dark, so lonely. So I want to share this story so that I think that reflects ourselves. Most of us, we live our life like this. Always look for the key out there. Always look for something we need out there. Peace, love, yourself, compassion, joy. understanding, loving kindness, forgiveness? Do you have compassion for yourself? Do you understand yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you have a time to create peace in your hearts? Do you know who you are? So those kind of things is like from here, from your hearts, from your life. But as a young person, we always go out there to search for something, Wi-Fi, iPhones, internet. You know, I last month I came to a BC home to offer deep mindfulness together with my brothers, and we did the walking meditation out there in New York, nearby Union Square. Yeah, and we walk very peacefully, about like 50 of us, and we see so many young people. They walk in, have a phone. Yes, walking, crossing the street with the light. Still, he doesn't know where to walk. He just, someone have a sandwich on and walk and listen to the music. Life ourselves is like that in New York. We never know where we are going. We don't know what we are doing. We pull in. We run in by the job that we are doing. We do multitasking. We don't enjoy one thing at a time. So every time we have a time to do sitting meditation, invitation for us to come back to ourselves, to stop, to rest on our mindful breathing, to realize what is there, what's going on in our mind, to look deeply, to understand what kind of strong emotion come up, what kind of thoughts come up, what is there, so that we can be with them, feel, be there for them, be there for ourselves. And then we have a chance to heal. I know that we have some certain suffering in our life. So listen to one side of the bell, try it out, to sit. We sit is 1/3 of the cushion. You may close your eyes or half close your eyes. You put your hand, one hand on the top of the others. You keep your spine straight. You move in such a way that your two knees can touch the mats. For those that sit on the chair, make sure your back straight and your two soles of the feet get in touch with the floor, flat on the floor. You put your two hands on your lap, on your knees. Breathing in. I know that I am breathing in. Breathing out. I know I am breathing out. For the friends, for first time you do the sitting meditation, sometimes you cannot sit very long. The posture of the way to sit is very important. So maybe you can find the cushion that is the height is fit to you, not too high, not too low. The first of all is arrange in such a way that you feel comfortable to relax your body, your shoulders, with your back straight. Sometimes you cannot sit very long, about 30 minutes or about 20 minutes. You feel pain in your legs, and mindfully, gently to adjust your position. And then you start to come back to your in-breath and out-breath in that way. You follow your breathing from the beginning to the end, and you feel at ease with the breathing. Look like you are resting on your in-breath and out-breath. What does it mean to be resting on in-breath and out-breath? Because you are doing nothing. You are resting, you knowing the in-breath and out-breath, and you are resting. You let your mind rest. You let your thoughts rest. You don't need to try too hard to practice, but you just be there. Follow your in-breath. Your abdomen rising and falling, you're aware about that. You let it rising and falling. You just bring awareness back to the area of the abdomen. And the sensation of your abdomen, you feel it. You feel sensation of in the space in and out like that way. So your abdomen very important, the center of the body. Bring here, okay? Don't need to bring here. Don't need to think too much. You know, sometimes you focus here too much. The brain of the human being, you need to be smart. You need to think a lot. You need to find the way to do the math stuff, and you think that you live here. But it's sometimes we come back to our center, to be with our body, to focus, to relax, and to rest. It's sometimes very calm, and then the strong emotion come up. And then you recognize that, wow, I'm feeling a little bit anxious now. It's okay to be anxious. Breathing in, I recognize my anxiety is rising up. Breathing out, I smile to my anxieties. So you offer smile gently, and then the gentleness, compassion, mindfulness, embrace that energy. Whether it's anger come up, whether jealousy, doubt. You know, so far I just lost my father last 6 months, and I'm still cooking my emotions. I miss him so much. Sometimes when I lie down or I do sitting, the image of a monk sitting nearby his bed with the last breath is still coming to me a lot. And during the time I do sitting, that image come up a lot. So if that image come up and I say that, Father, please breathe with me. Breathing in. I breathe, my Father, breathe in with me. Breathing out. My son and Father, breathing out together. So you breathing in out, and then Father breathing out with you, and you feel so good. You feel connection. So is there only of you care your beloved one inside yourself, your partner, your sister and brothers, and your friend? You know, sometimes things come up, and just be with that and breathe with that, so that the harmonies, the healing energy, love can arise. Use that kind of energy to embrace, to heal, and to practice with that. When you come to centers, you will see the monks and nuns bowing a lot, right? Bowing like this. So our teacher said that bow or not bow is not a question. To bow or not to bow is not a question. But the action of love and gratitude that I want to do. The lotus bird, the left and right, represent body and mind come together. And we bow to someone. You want to greet someone. You want to see monks and nuns. You want to see your friend. You want to say hi. You don't need to say hi. You just bow to them and smile. It's beautiful. The act of love, the act of gratitude. To realize that that friend, she's alive. Hey, thank you. So it's nice in the school. Sometimes you see your friend and you offer a bow like this. Realize your friend is alive. She's there. He's there. Thank you for being present. So bowing, maybe you see a lot of action like this in the monastery. So don't surprise for that. This is not the signs of traditions, not the label that we have to do, but it's beautiful things that we can learn. So bow or not bow is not a question, but we express our gratitude, express our presence, truly present body and mind together. So we encourage you. Sometimes we don't need to talk much. Sometimes we just see each other. Of course, we can offer a hug. We can offer a bow, offer a smile. This is a meditation. Realize that you are alive. You are connected to someone else. To someone else. Every time we enjoy the walking meditation, we have a time to create peaceful step. You know, a lot of us, we walk for peace, but we don't have peace. We walk for peace, but we're so angry. A lot of people in Hong Kong, a lot of protests happen over there, right? We're aware a lot of things in the world, the war, hatred, anger come up. They call for peace, protect for stuff, for governments, for family, for the freedom. Walking meditation is the way that we enjoy every peaceful step. We can reconcile. First of all, is ourselves. Harmonize between the step and breath. To be ourselves and to be with the earth, to be with the community. So we practice together is very important. Togetherness is very important. One of us have a certain amount of spiritual energy, love, peace, and joy. But we come together as 100 of us. Our energy of spiritual peace and joy increase 100,000 times. So living together, walking together as a community of practice, very powerful. Every time we walk, we pay attention to the connection between our soul and our soul of our feet and the earth. So now I would like to ask you to stand up. We do some activities together. First of all, we do walking meditation together. So please gather in the back. Please gather walking mindfully in the back. So right from here, you walk over there, you might walk like a walking meditation. 1 step, 2 steps with in breath. 1, 2, 3 steps for out breath. Breathing in, you walk 2 steps. Breathing out, walk 3 steps. In Plum tradition, the first fruit of practice is to be arrived. So you can walk in such a way you arrived in the present moments. Breathing in, arrived. Silently arrived, silently. Breathing out, home, home, home. Connection between your soul of your feet and the earth, okay? Feeling alive, feeling arrived at the step in the present moment. Sometimes you can do breathing in, now, breathing out. Wow. 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 We realize that we are alive. We are in the planet Earth. We are also aware about the people around you, the nature around you. Offer a gentle smile. So walking meditation every day, we can generate the energy of peace, healing, nourishment. So now I have some activity for you. We have activity of getting to know you. Continue to walk. Continue to walk in the space in the back there. And when you hear the small bell, you sit down with your friends around you. about maybe 6 friends as a group, maybe 5 or 6 friends as a group, and you sit down as a small group like that, and then I will explain what happening next. We will sit down as a small group of 5 or 6 of you. And this activity we call the getting to know you. Because I talk too much, so I want to rest. So I want to let you to talk. This can be the practice of mindfulness. So you sit down to look at your friends. It's nice to see your friends, to offer a gentle smile, okay? Will be some questions will be raised up, will be asked, and then you will share your answer. You can share your thing about that. So this first question about you can share about your name, where you're from, why you are here. And then the fourth one is, how would you describe your own personality? Again, your name, where you're from, about something about your background, and why you are here. Okay? And share about how would you describe your own personality. Okay? So that we can understand together. We listen to the bell and then we can start. So when you share, we bow, right? You can bow in and you continue to share the whole, maybe just only short so that we are aware about the other can share. This activity just only 5 minutes. So it means some of you share less than a minute, okay? So aware about time. Go. Action. We have 1 more minute. If you are finished, you can stand up silently. If you are not finished, 30 seconds. We please continue to walk. If you already finished, continue to enjoy walking meditation around. The next question could be, we need to aware that we need to get new friends. So next time, just only 5 friends together, not 6 because too many. So just only maximum 5 and 4 in the group, okay? 5, only 5 max. Please continue to walk, mingling around mindfully, walking cross, back and forth. This time we will try to be with the different ones, not the same group that before. So sit down. Someone asked if you want to join them, please come. Form in the group of 5 max. So dear Sangha, the question is not raised yet. This is more difficult. So if you can spend a full day doing something you love, what would you do? Okay. Second, share about one of the most happy moments recently you remember, and what you are grateful the most in your life. Again, spend a 1 day, full day, something you love. What will you do? Sharing one of the most happy moments recently, and then what you are grateful the most in your life. 4 minutes. No, 5 minutes. One more minute. So please continue. For of you already finished, you can stand up. Yeah, if not finished, one more minute. We continue to walk silently in the meditation style. Continue to move, walking. So please, all friends that you finish, please move, walking around again. For some of us not finished, you gently finish, and then you can stand up. And this is the last time, and the important time, the most important time. So please make sure that you will sit with different friends. We need to open up to share with those questions, open up to learn, to be vulnerable or to heal ourselves. Sit down with 5 max, 5 friends. We have 2 difficult questions for this time. Breathing in, breathing out. What is the one thing about struggling, suffering, difficulty, or challenging you want to work on for your life, and you would love to look deeply in this retreat to practice? Second, if you can change one thing about yourself, what would you change? Again, the first one is, what is one thing about challenging, struggling, suffering, or difficulties you want to work on for yourself, and you would love to look deeply in these retreats to practice with? And second is, what is if you can change one thing about yourself, your life, what would you change? 6 minutes about this question. Go. Do you enjoy the activity? Yeah? Wonderful. You want to talk, huh? Wonderful. We have a chance to share and to do that a lot. During the time we do Dharma sharing. So we come back to ourselves, listen to one sound of the bell. Sangha, thank you so much for your practice so beautifully, and I think that is those kind of questions keep in your hearts so that even you touch about the things at your life and the other's life, so you can reflect to support your practice together. I want to hear all of you your answers, but we don't have a time. Maybe that's going to happen in our Dharma sharing. We can share more. Every day we have a more practice about eating meditation. Every day we have 3 meals a day. And whenever we go to our dining hall, we're supposed to practice the silence. So the bell invited outside for breakfast, for lunch, or for dinner. It means we get in line. We have two serving tables. You get food, and you start to contemplate. I am lucky. I have food to eat anyway. So I don't need to rush. I feel grateful. So you already start to come back to yourself to practice mindful breathing. And then when you look at the food, you can get what you need. And you can contemplate at the food, so lucky. The sunshine, the earth, friends, workers, everything. The air come together to make possible the food in front of you to eat. The eating meditation can be the deep practice for ourselves. You can bring back home to do it. We don't have a time. We say that everybody have 24 hours, but why I don't have the time to eat in silence? Why I always holding sandwich and running and eat, and then I harm my digestive system, my body. You know, eating mindfulness can be the act of love. You're aware about your body, you eat mindfully, you eat in such a way that you nourish your brotherhood and sisterhood. The love of human beings, all beings, the gratitude from your hearts, the healing energy for your soul and your body. You eat the food and mindfulness and gratitude, but you don't eat worries, you don't eat thinking, you don't eat anger. Okay? We always eat sandwich of hurries, anxiety, and stress. The sandwich named stress. Yeah, we eat in order to finish and to go to work, but you don't eat in order to grow, to eat to nourish your body. Okay? So in the center, in this retreat, we learn how to eat mindfully. In the morning, we'll be silence, and when you get the food, we sit down and you find a place to eat right away. And at the maybe at the end, some announcement, and then you just go to wash your dishes. At lunch, will be different. We wait. We have a food. We sit down and we wait for bells and part contemplations, and then we read and we eat in silence for 20 minutes, and then the bell will be end silent meal. And then dinner will be no bell, so we the same like a breakfast, but we learn how to eat slowly and mindfully. So chew maybe 30 times so that the food can become the liquid, nourish your body. We have 20 minutes anyway to eat freely, to eat mindfully, don't need to rush. And you finish before us, you need to sit there to wait for it, you know. So it's at mindful eating, we don't want to step up, go around. We don't want to do that, so that disturb the energy. We want to maintain energy of harmony and quietness and calmness and nourishment. So when you sit down to eat 20 minutes. And when you finish, like for lunch, and then we finish, the bell invited and you can stand up to get more things, or you go wash the dishes. There is one more practice I want to share, is no more silence. Silence is very important practice. We always noisy and busy in our mind, in our mouth, our body also. Always busy, always noisy. So the last activity in the evening, ending, and we start to practice noble silence. Why we call silence but noble? Because it's difficult to practice. Because it's huge beneficial practice for us. Because when you know how to be silent, you know how to come back to yourself, you know you have an opportunity to look, to watch your mind, to recognize your thinking, to take care of yourself better. So in the evening, we want to have a good time to rest. So after this, we will have the chance to form as a Dharma sharing group. And after ending, and then we go to bed, and we already start to practice noble silence. Continue to practice noble silence until after finish our breakfast, wash our dishes. So sometimes we say that be too quiet and too silent is not easy for young people, right? And we think that it's not nice to be too quiet, and you don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. It's not nice to be quiet all the time. But look, sometimes you offer the space for yourself to be quiet. You're coming back to enjoy solitude, so that you can realize what is your heart, what is there in your heart, and what to be taken care, and to rest, let your mind rest, and you can aware how much thoughts come up. And you realize that, wow, I'm thinking too much, and I never know about this. When I be silent, I aware about my thinking more, and I think too much. And then you're aware about your life. What should you be taken care of? Every day we have a group of Dharma sharing. So later on at this session, we form a Dharma sharing group to do walking meditation and to do Dharma sharing. So each of us have an opportunity to enjoy a special task. We work to enjoy our togetherness, to enjoy our practice, but not work for salary. Some of us in our group, we do chopping vegetables. Some of the family group, we do cleaning toilets. Do compost recycling, it's very joyful, it's very noble, very incredible, So you will experience something that you have never done in your life. This is time. You experience that you do compost. You want to do support climate change. You want to support to stop climate change. You want to love environment. Come to do compost. You realize that you want to in touch with the compost. Composting, recycling, support to acts of support the environment. And also you realize the composting in your mind. What thing I want to compost in myself? Sadness, stress, jealousy, hatred become love, compassion, loving kindness. So those kind of things can bring you insight. Chopping vegetables mindfully. You don't chop your fingers, but you chop vegetables. Learn something that you can come back to your house, come back to your life. You want to do something for your partner. I want to cook special dish for you, mom. Something that you do walking meditation. You notice your inspiration for your life. You want to do something. Cleaning toilets, flush the toilet. Life is flushing. If no flushing, life cannot flow. Yeah, it's simple like that. If the toilet stuck, you have trouble. It's too much, and then you have input, no way to output. Yeah, no toilet, and then you see, that's why you see so important to clean the toilet, to aware about life. The thing flush, the things that stuff coming out there, you see that it's normal, but normal. Come out, but cannot come out, you have trouble, right? If you can digest well, the stuff cannot come out, have trouble. So what's trouble? What is the thing happen in our life? Those kind of things, if you don't know how to take care, we don't know how to be grateful for, and then life become stuck, become suffered, you see? That's why you feel grateful to do toilet cleaning, to be mindful, and the insight can come, understanding about life, understanding about our time, our body, our normal things every day we do, eating, walking, resting, flushing, urinating, adapting, defecating. Those kind of things is like mindfulness practice. So thank you very much for your listening, and I think this is kind of I want to share, and I want to end by twist out the bell and wish you have wish all of us a wonderful retreats and peaceful retreats and healing retreats together. So let us enjoy twist out the bell, and then we ask the organizing team come to continue for the dividing group for Dharma sharing.